and welcome to Daryo Weekly Roundup. I'm Mohina Oynazarova, bringing you the week's top stories from Uzbekistan and the world, where strategic partnership, economic growth and achievements are shaping the world. Uzbekistan and Pakistan are taking their strategic partnership to a whole new level. On February 5th, President Shavkat Mirziyoyev paid a visit to Pakistan and signed a joint declaration with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, making a major step in expanding bilateral cooperation. Alongside the declaration, the two sides exchanged dozens of agreements covering diplomacy, trade, industry, agriculture, digital technologies, culture, education, security, and defense. One key outcome is a decision to increase bilateral trade to $2 billion in the near future. By the end of 2025, trade turnover had already reached nearly $500 million, with more than 230 Pakistani capital enterprises operating in Uzbekistan. To boost economic ties, the countries agreed to establish an Uzbek-Pakistani Business Council, expand the preferential trade agreement, and widen permits for Uzbek agricultural exports, including apples, figs, lemons, and hot peppers. A $3.5 billion project portfolio has also been prepared, focusing on agriculture, pharmaceuticals, electrical engineering, geology, and light and food industries. Transport connectivity was another priority, with discussions on accelerating the Trans-Afghan Railway and promoting the Pakistan-China, Kyrgyzstan-Uzbekistan corridors. Cultural and people-to-people ties also growing. The sides plan to hold Uzbekistan Culture Weeks and Uzbek Cinema Days in Pakistan in 2026 and open a joint cultural center in Lahore to promote the Baburid heritage. Uzbekistan and Pakistan are not just partners, they are building a long-term strategic future together. Uzbekistan is moving forward with plans to develop a new urban area in Jizzakh region. Under a presidential decree signed on January 30th, construction of new Jizzakh city will begin between Jizzakh city and the Sharof Rashidov district. The project will cover 40 hectares and include 50 multi-story residential buildings with a total of 1,200 apartments. The development aims to improve infrastructure, strengthen the business environment, and expand the region's economic potential. New Jizzakh city forms broader socio-economic plans for 2026-2027. Authorities are targeting 8.5% annual economic growth, a reduction in unemployment to 3%, and a decline in poverty to 2.8%. Several areas in the region are expected to become free from unemployment and poverty. Jizzakh has also been designated a pilot region for accelerated development with $2.7 billion in planned industrial investment and a $5 billion foreign investment target over the next 2 years. The project marks a new stage in Jizzakh's development, combining urban expansion with economic growth initiatives. Uzbekistan and Jordan are moving to deepen their bilateral cooperation. President Shavkat Mirziyoyev received a delegation from the Jordanian Senate to discuss the further development of ties between the two countries. The delegation was led by Faisal Akif Madkhal Al-Fais, chairman of the Senate of Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, who conveyed greetings and best wishes from King Abdullah II to President Mirziyoyev. The talks focused on advancing the Uzbek-Jordanian Comprehensive Partnership and implementing agreements reached during the 2025 Samarkand meeting between the two countries' leaders. Both sides note the positive momentum in bilateral relations. Particular attention was given to the role of Parliamentary Friendship Group in supporting high-level agreements. Discussions also covered cooperation in trade, industry, tourism, and cultural and humanitarian exchange. The sides highlighted the importance of the upcoming Intergovernmental Commission meeting and a business forum scheduled to take place in Tashkent in 2026. The meeting also included an exchange of regional and international issues, underscoring shared interest in coordination and dialogue. Moreover, Uzbekistan's inflation is slowing down. Uzbekistan's annual inflation fell to 7.2% in January 2026, down from 9.9% a year earlier, according to the National Statistics Committee. Consumer prices rose 0.7% during the month. Food prices increased by 0.8%, while non-food inflation slowed to 5.2% year-on-year. Prices for paid services grew faster, reaching 13.5% annually. The highest inflation was recorded in Fergana at 7.7%, while the lowest was in Jizzakh at 6.7%. From January 2026, Uzbekistan began using a new inflation calculation method, aligned with international standards and developed with IMF support. The central bank expects inflation to fall to around 6.5% to continue economic growth stabilization. And finally, Uzbekistan's chess star Nodirbek Abdusattorov has secured the major international victory. The Uzbek Grandmaster won the 2026 Tata Steel Chess Tournament in Netherlands, one of the world's most prestigious chess events, finishing as the sole leader with 9 points from 13 games. Competing in the Elite Masters group, Abdusattorov sealed the title with a decisive final round win over India's Arjun Erigaisi, ending the field by half a point and claiming his long-awaited championship at the tournament. The Tata Steel Chess Tournament featured a $1.2 million prize fund and brought together many of the world's strongest players. Abdusattorov's campaign included key victories over Pragnanand Haramesh Bapu, world champion Gulkesh Dammaraju, Germany's Vincent Keimer. His only loss came in round 8 against the Dutch Grandmaster Jordan van Foreest. After a series of closely contested draws in the later rounds, Abdusattorov regained momentum and clinched the title with a decisive final round performance. The victory further strengthened his position among the world's chess elite. Ranked among the global top 10 players by prize money in 2025, Abdusattorov remains one of the Uzbekistan's most successful international athletes. With several players now in the world's top 100, Uzbekistan's presence in global chess stage continues to grow. These were the key stories of the week. Thank you for watching Daryo Weekly Roundup. For more news and in-depth coverage, visit Daryo and follow us on social media.